Nigel Nelson, who's the political editor of the British newspaper, The Sunday Mirror. Nigel, thanks for coming back. And I say coming back because you watched pretty much all of that procession with us on TRT World. What were your thoughts? I mean, it was quite an occasion, but it was something not only for the family, but for the entire country and maybe the wider world.
Yes, that's right. I mean, obviously the coverage worldwide has been phenomenal, but you're absolutely right that it's a mixture of things. Really, it's a very personal thing for the family because they're grieving a mother, a grandmother, and a great grandmother. Also for the whole United Kingdom because we're grieving for our longest reigning monarch. And so you saw those sort of two things coming together with the huge crowds who were lining the route. And obviously that the royal family themselves, very somber, marching behind the Queen's coffin. And now, in a sense, she's been given back to the nation for her lying in state in Westminster Hall in the UK Parliament. And people now are already filing through from what is about to be a 10-mile queue to actually get in.
Yeah, that's quite incredible. Some people will probably have to queue for a couple of days. In terms of the ceremony, the pageantry, the solemnity, we've had almost all of those moments of King Charles travelling to different parts of the United Kingdom, but he still has to travel to Wales. We've had the coffin being moved from one location to another. Now it will remain at Westminster Hall until the funeral. So is this now just a moment for the country to reflect until the funeral? Because a lot of that pageantry won't really be apparent over the next few days, apart from inside Westminster Hall, maybe when the King goes to Wales in a couple of days.
Yes, and that's absolutely right, Adnan. This is kind of the quiet period, and it gives people a chance to individually pay their respects to the monarch. And we're looking at something close to 1 million people who may well be filing through to pass the coffin in the next 4 days. And then, of course, we will have the funeral, which will be a huge event. I mean, it's the first state funeral in this country since 1965. So it'll be the first time for most people they can remember such a thing. And we will also see the royal family mounting a vigil at Westminster Hall. And the whole thing will now be, I mean, obviously that'll be all totally silent. It was interesting earlier on how the crowd decided to applaud the Queen's coffin going past. I think everyone wants to actually mark this occasion in their own way.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Nigel, again, thank you so much indeed. Really appreciate it. Nigel Nelson from The Sunday Mirror.